Hey, I'm Drew Jablanowski with the Garage Gurus. Today I wanted to kind of show you a side-by-side comparison of Beck Arnley, which is that foreign nameplate part. We're looking at a Lexus ES350 motor mounts here. So we got the OE mount, we got a Beck Arnley mount, and we got, we'll call it competitor A. Normally, I don't sit here and I talk about parts that often, but this is just one that, I think it's underappreciated as far as a brand. And I wanted to take some time out and kind of call it out. One thing, so let's just start off with the OE, right? You get a nice pressed in stud here. All right, you got your rubber boot. You take the boot off, you can see that it looks like there's some rubber in here. Feeling from the weight of this, it's probably a hydraulic mount. Water can get in here potentially, and then you can see the water can drain out. It's got this little hole right here. Has some solid weight to it. Pretty nice looking quality, OE manufactured part, right? Get into the Beck Arnley mount here. You can see the studs they've got down here. They're actually pressed in, and then they double tack welded them as well. We take our boot off. You got some additional rubber protection as well, in case any water, to help any water get out of there. Then you got the hole on the side, as well, so water can get out of it as well. This has some substantial weight, to it. So I'm assuming these are actually hydraulic mounts, when you're comparing them, side to side there. And then you get into competitor A. And when we take this off, first and foremost, you've got some paint in here, and I don't really understand, what that's for. There's a lot of movement on here. Actually, I almost feel like I can rip that, and I think I just did. And so this probably, and it's extremely light, so this more than likely is just some sort of rubber, that's in here, and being able to move it like I am, gives me that, leads me to believe that it's not that hydraulic mount like the other two. And then you can see there's no actual hole on the side here. So if any water does get in here, it's just going to rot away, from the inside out. When we come down into the studs, they can see they're pressed in. It's got a single kind of a tack weld on it. Actually, this feels pretty thin. And then, when you actually can look at the metal comparison side by side, you can actually see the thickness of the metal from the Beck Arnley and the OE to, competitor A. These are a lot thicker. So the moral of the story here, and what I'm trying to get across to you is, do your research, do your due diligence with your parts, all right? OE's great. Beck Arnley, they're making, it looks like a pretty quality piece that resembles the OE. And then you got somebody who's throwing something out there that's not hitting all the marks, right? We want to do our customers do justice, right? So do your due diligence. My name is Drew Jablanowski with the Garage Gurus. Follow us on YouTube. Check us out at garagegurus.tech. And then also remember beckarnley.com for a full catalog of all their parts. Foreign nameplates is what they specialize in. See you next time.